The FIFA World Cup has been the greatest prize in the beautiful game for nearly a century, when it was first hosted in Uruguay in 1930. With the exception of the Second World War, the World Cup has been consistently hosted every 4 years. So why potentially change this trusted pattern? Well, in 2021, former Arsenal manager and FIFA's current chief of global football development, Arsene Wenger, put forward the concept of a World Cup every 2 years, halving the time between the tournaments. Does Wenger's 2-year World Cup cycle have some merit, or should we maintain the current 4-year cycle? First of all, let's look at the pros of a World Cup every 2 years. Footballers will get more rest time. Sounds contradictory, right? The idea would be to scrap the majority of international friendlies and UEFA's Nations League, which arguably does not gain audience attention like an extra World Cup would. So players would have more rest time during the off-season. The idea being that players would not get burned out by playing all year long, and therefore the quality of football in the World Cup would be higher. Another pro would of course be money. More World Cups means more sponsorships, more television rights, and more opportunities for countries to host the world's biggest sporting event. FIFA's revenue from the World Cup competition would effectively double. Wenger's plan also focuses on the fans of world football. Surely the billions of football fans around the world would want to see it more, right? It would also mean that certain fans are more likely to be able to attend matches in person, as the number of cities that would host the competition would double. It would also mean that fans can see their favourite players more frequently at the World Cup. With the current career length of a world-class footballer typically lasting a decade or so, the 2-year cycles would mean that the fans can watch their favourite players feature more often. Now, let's discuss the cons. Perhaps the most important con would be a potential diminished perception of the competition. If the World Cup is every 2 years, it could feel a lot less special. The fact that it's only every 4 years adds a lot of weight to it. Furthermore, it means that winners hold the world champion status for at least 4 years. The fear among many skeptics is that the fans' love for the World Cup will lessen, as it will feel as if it has become oversaturated, instead feeling more like low-stakes international friendlies, where it doesn't matter if your team performs poorly, as they will always have the chance again in 2 short years. Another aspect would be the greater development of football elitism. A World Cup every 2 years would mean that international teams would focus more highly on achieving success more frequently. Better managers and staff could be brought in to ensure consistency. Whilst this would be good for larger teams, this would ultimately make it more difficult for less prominent teams to see success on the world's biggest stage. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and let us know what you'd like to see next.